my friends, and welcome once again to another episode of Tony's Comfort Kitchen. Now then, if you have followed my channel at all, you will have noticed that I've done quite a few pasta dishes over this past year. But the one dish I haven't done is probably the most well-known or the most popular pasta dish there is, and that's spaghetti bolognese, or spag bol, as it's unfortunately become known as. And you know, I mean, everyone would say, "Oh, come on, Tony! Everyone knows how to make a spaghetti bolognese." Well, I don't know. This is the proper original. I don't know about original, but it's the proper spaghetti bolognese, where we cook the sauce in two separate, sort of almost two separate parts. You cook the base of the sauce, which is called the sofritto, and I'll explain that later on. And then we add the meat and the tomatoes and everything else, and then everything comes together and the sauce is made. So if you're interested to know how we do the sofritto and everything else, then follow me and let's get cooking. Okay, so with a pan starting to heat up, I'll add in the equivalent of about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and into that we are going to put in 50 grams of pancetta. Now, like I say, this sauce is kind of in two halves. So what we're doing here is we're going to render down the fat in the pancetta, and then we're going to add the basis of this sofritto, as I was saying, and I will get back to you with that in a couple of minutes after this is rendered down a little bit. Okay, it's been cooking for a couple of minutes and the fat is starting to render out. So we will add the ingredients for the sofritto, which is 1 onion, finely chopped, 1 stick of celery, also finely chopped, and finally 1 medium carrot, again finely chopped. Now, the addition of this sofritto, as I say, forms the base of the sauce along with the pancetta. Now, the sofritto, as I say, is just the 3 vegetables: the onion, the celery, and the carrot chopped up. And the sofritto is basically the basis of a lot of soups in Italy, but also certain pasta sauces like the bolognese. And this just gives it a base flavour, which is a lovely umami flavour to this sauce. And then obviously the tomatoes and the beef will finish it off. But the basis of all these lovely pasta sauces like this is a sofritto. Now then, to that I'm going to add the equivalent of about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic paste in this case. A bit of salt, not too much because the pancetta is quite salty. And a few twists of black pepper. Cook them on a low to medium heat. Let them wilt down, and I'll come back to you in about 10 minutes. Okay, so they've been sweating down now for about 10 minutes. So that's the sofritto finished with. Now we just need to add the beef. And I'm adding 400 grams of lean beef mince, okay, with the meat nicely browning off, still a little way to go, we will add the next ingredients, which are, first of all, 200 millilitres of red wine and 200 millilitres of passata. We'll mix all those in, let them cook in a bit, and then we'll add the stock. And then after that, it's a case of just cooking it for about an hour to let it all meld together. I almost forgot the 2 teaspoons of tomato puree. Put in a couple of bay leaves, a good scrape of nutmeg, You've got to have nutmeg in it. And then finally, 350 millilitres of beef stock. So now it's just a case of cooking this on a low to medium heat for around about an hour till it thickens up and everything is harmonised. Okay, that is the pasta sauce cooked. What I'll do now, I will put that to one side and I will cook the spaghetti. Okay, with a pan of boiling water, I will add a good dose of salt and 220 grams of spaghetti. It's just a case of pushing it all into the pan when we can. Okay, my friends, now it's time to try it. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Excuse me. Oh, oh God, that was gorgeous. Oh. There is something about that sofritto. It takes your bolognese to another level. I know that's an often used term in YouTube videos and the likes, but it really does. It's worth the extra effort of making that sofritto. Mainly the addition of the celery actually, but the carrot plays a part and gives it that sweetness. If you don't want to put carrot in, you can put a bit of sugar in instead, but do it this way, or do it the proper way with the sofritto, with the onion, celery and the carrot, and it's fantastic. Oh. Oh. Definitely worth a go. Excuse me, I can't help it. Anyway, if you like the idea of this and you've never actually cooked a bolognese like this before, please give it a go and let me know in the comments below how you get on and what you think of it. And I will see you all in the next video. So, peace, my friends, peace.